Atlanta, the city where the canopy of trees hides mansions that rival Beverly Hills, and the humidity is matched only by the hustle. They call it the Black Mecca, a title earned not just by the civil rights legends who walked Auburn Avenue, but by the empires rising from Buckhead to the Cascade Corridor today. But if you look closely at the architecture of this wealth, the sprawling estates, the venture capital firms, the restaurant chains, and the philanthropic foundations, you will find a specific kind of architect. They are the wives of Atlanta. But erase the vintage image of the trophy wife from your mind immediately. In this countdown, we are peeling back the velvet curtain of Atlanta's elite society to reveal the 15 richest black wives. This is not just about who they married, it is about what they built. Welcome to the gold standard of the South. Number 15. Shamari DeVoe, the R&B legend turned real estate royal. If you grew up in the 90s, the voice of Shamari DeVoe is likely part of the soundtrack of your youth. As the lead singer of the platinum-selling girl group Block, she was an international pop star before she was old enough to rent a car. Hits like 808 and Bring It All to Me didn't just chart, they defined an era of futuristic R&B. But the music industry is notoriously fickle, and many stars from that era faded into nostalgia. Shamari DeVoe did not fade. She invested. Married to Ronnie DeVoe, a legend in his own right as a member of New Edition, and Belle Biv DeVoe, Shamari forms one half of one of music's most enduring power couples. But their wealth today isn't just coming from royalty checks or reunion tours, though those checks are certainly nothing to sneeze at. The DeVoes have quietly pivoted into a formidable real estate and lifestyle portfolio that anchors their status in Atlanta's elite circle. When Shamari joined the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, viewers saw the glam, but the real story was the stability. In an industry of foreclosure rumors and tax liens, the DeVoes stood on solid ground. They have leveraged their combined decades in the music industry to build generational wealth, investing in property across the metro area. But Shamari's personal pivot has been equally impressive. She hasn't just rested on the legacy of Block, she has revitalized it, managing the group's touring schedule and capitalizing on the massive wave of 90s nostalgia festivals that pay premium fees for heritage acts. Beyond the stage, she and Ronnie serve as marriage ambassadors. It might sound like a soft title, but they have monetized their relationship journey through Married for Life, a brand that includes couples retreats, coaching, and events. They recognized a gap in the market. Successful, wealthy black couples needed spaces to discuss the pressures of marriage, fame, and finance. By creating high-ticket experiences for this demographic, they turned their personal testimony into a profitable enterprise. Shamari's wealth is a lesson in longevity. She took the quick cash of pop stardom and converted it into the slow, steady wealth of equity and brand authority. She drives the luxury cars and wears the designer labels. But unlike the one-hit wonders of her generation, she owns the house she parks them at. In a city of fleeting fame, Shamari DeVoe represents the power of staying power. Number 14. Toya Bush Harris, the medical matriarch of wine and wealth. In the high-stakes world of Atlanta's medical elite, status is often measured by the letters after your name. But Toya Bush Harris proved that the letters CEO are just as powerful as MD. As a key figure on Married to Medicine, Toya was initially introduced to the world primarily as the wife of Dr. Eugene Harris, a successful emergency medicine physician. Critics early on tried to box her into the doctor's wife stereotype, someone who spends the money rather than makes it. Toya, however, was playing a longer, smarter game. With a background in pharmaceutical sales and education, she always understood the mechanics of the medical business, but her true genius emerged in how she leveraged her reality TV platform to build a diversified lifestyle brand. The cornerstone of her recent wealth expansion is her foray into the wine industry. Recognizing that her audience resonated with her appreciation for the finer things in life, she didn't just slap her name on a white label bottle. She launched a wine collection that caters to the sophisticated palate of the grown and sexy demographic that watches her show. In the beverage industry, margins are where the millions are made, and by controlling her own brand, Toya moved from consumer to distributor. But let's talk about the real estate. If you follow Atlanta gossip, you know the Harris family's housing journey has been a spectator sport. They have built, sold, and moved into some of the most breathtaking properties in Atlanta's suburbs. While tabloids focused on the moves, financial minds saw the strategy. Flipping luxury real estate in Atlanta's booming market is a high-yield game. By building custom homes in appreciating neighborhoods like Milton and Alpharetta, living in them, and then selling at the market peak, the Harrises have treated their primary residences as massive tax-advantage investment vehicles. Furthermore, Toya has monetized the mommy brand with an authenticity that attracts high-value sponsorships. She doesn't just hawk tummy tea. She partners with lifestyle brands that align with her image of affluent motherhood. She has authored children's books, tapping into the educational market, and consistently positions herself as a curator of the good life. Her wealth is liquid and visible. The closet is legendary, the vacations are 5-star. But the foundation is a partnership where she manages the lifestyle assets while her husband commands the ER. Together, they are a multi-million-dollar corporation operating as a family unit. Toya Bush Harris proves that you don't need a stethoscope to check the pulse of a business deal. Number 13. Sanya Richards-Ross, the Olympic gold standard. There is rich, and then there is gold medal rich. Sanya Richards-Ross entered the Atlanta social scene not as a climber, but as a conqueror. As a 4-time Olympic gold medalist in track and field, she retired from sport as one of the most dominant athletes in history. But what lands her on this list of wealthy wives is not just her past glory on the track, it is her relentless execution in the boardroom. Married to former NFL cornerback Aaron Ross, who won 2 Super Bowls with the New York Giants, Sanya is one half of a championship dynasty. In most athlete marriages, the wealth comes primarily from the husband's contracts. In the Ross household, the financial power is perfectly balanced, if not tilted in Sanya's favor due to her enduring marketability. Sanya understood early that an athlete's career is a ticking clock. She pivoted seamlessly into broadcasting, securing a lucrative contract with NBC Sports as a prime-time analyst. This is not a gig. It is a career that pays seasoned expert money. But she didn't stop at commentary. She founded Mommy Nation, a multimedia platform and community dedicated to Black mothers. This wasn't a vanity blog, it was a data play. By building a dedicated community, she created a valuable demographic pool that advertisers pay a premium to reach. Then, there is the sheer scale of her brand partnerships. Sanya has been the face of BMW, Nike, and Citibank. These are blue-chip global corporations that do not sign small checks. Her clout allows her to command appearance fees and endorsement deals that rival active athletes. In Atlanta, the Ross family lives in a sprawling estate that reflects their champion status, complete with a fleet of luxury cars and a lifestyle that is disciplined yet opulent. Sanya also manages a hair extension line, leveraging her image of glamour and speed. What makes Sanya fascinating is her discipline. The same work ethic that it took to run a 400-meter dash in under 49 seconds is applied to her asset management. She is not known for reckless spending. She is known for strategic accumulation. She represents the new guard of Atlanta wives, globally famous, independently wealthy, and unapologetically ambitious. She didn't marry a millionaire to become one. She walked down the aisle with her own bank account already full. Number 12. Rashida Frost, the boss chick of Kirkwood. If there is a title for the hardest working woman in Atlanta, Rashida Frost has a legitimate claim to the throne. For over a decade, viewers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta have watched her navigate the ups and downs of her marriage to Kirk Frost. But while the drama kept the ratings high, Rashida was quietly using the airtime to build a retail empire that has made her one of the wealthiest independent businesswomen in the city. Rashida is the pioneer of the reality TV to retail pipeline. Long before other stars were drop-shipping clothes from China, Rashida was building a brick-and-mortar institution. Her boutique, Pressed, located in the high-end Phipps Plaza and later expanded to Houston, is not a pop-up, it is a destination. Fans and tourists flock there not just to buy clothes, but to buy a piece of the Rashida brand. The genius of Rashida lies in her diversification. She is not just selling clothes, She is selling a lifestyle. She launched Pressed Home, getting into the lucrative home decor market. She opened Frost Bistro and Bar, a restaurant that creates a physical space for her fans to eat and drink, further monetizing her local celebrity. In the restaurant business, where failure rates are high, Rashida's hands-on management style, often seen on TV, ensured that the bistro became a legitimate hotspot, not just a filming location. Real estate is the other pillar of the Frost fortune. Rashida and Kirk have invested heavily in Atlanta land and property. They don't just flip houses, they buy land and build compounds. Their personal residence is often featured as a symbol of their success, but their investment portfolio includes rental properties and commercial spaces that generate passive income while she sleeps. Rashida's wealth is particularly impressive because it is self-generated. She was a rapper first, known as the Georgia Peach, and she retained her publishing and masters, providing a stream of music royalties. But she didn't let the music industry define her ceiling. She pivoted to entrepreneurship with a ferocity that commands respect. In a city full of renters, Rashida is an owner. She owns the inventory, she owns the brand, she owns the real estate. Her marriage to Kirk is a partnership where business often takes center stage, and despite the public hurdles, they have remained a united financial front. Rashida proves that you can turn mess into a message, and that message is, pay me. Number 11. Dr. Jackie Walters, the medical mogul. Dr. Jackie Walters is the epitome of grace under pressure, but beneath that calm, soft-spoken exterior lies a business shark with a diamond-encrusted fin. As a dual board-certified OB/GYN, her base earning potential is already in the top 1% of the country. But Dr. Jackie didn't settle for a doctor's salary. She built a medical brand that transcends the exam room. Married to Curtis Berry, a former NBA player turned sophisticated businessman, Dr. Jackie is part of a power couple that merges sports wealth with medical millions. However, her personal fortune is a testament to her specific focus on women's health as a lifestyle business. Her practice, Comprehensive Women's OB/GYN, is one of the premier celebrity-favored practices in Atlanta. High-profile clients, from R&B stars to actresses, trust her with their lives. And that trust translates into a client list that is practically a who's who of Black Hollywood. But seeing patients one-on-one has a ceiling. Dr. Jackie broke that ceiling by launching product lines. Her skincare line, Volume, was developed specifically for women's evolving skin needs, tapping into the billion-dollar beauty industry with the credibility of a medical degree. She also founded the 50 Shades of Pink Foundation, a breast cancer organization. While a nonprofit, the foundation elevates her status, connecting her with major corporate donors and gala circuits that solidify her social capital. Dr. Jackie is also a published author, with books like The Queen Feeve, which demystify women's health. These books serve as marketing funnels, driving more patients to her practice and customers to her products. Living in a stunning, modern estate that exudes sanctuary, Dr. Jackie's lifestyle is one of quiet, high-end luxury. She drives the Bentleys and wears the Chanel, but she wears them to work. Her wealth is professional wealth, money earned through high-level expertise and service. In a town of influencers, Dr. Jackie is an institution. She represents the professional wife, the woman whose husband is successful, but who would be a millionaire even if she were single. Number 10. Dr. Heavenly Kimes, the dental dynasty. If Dr. Jackie is the grace of the medical world, Dr. Heavenly Kimes is the grit. A dentist by trade, a multimillionaire by design, Dr. Heavenly is arguably the most aggressive business builder on this list. She doesn't just practice dentistry, she franchises it. Married to Dr. Damon Kimes, a pain medicine specialist, the Kimes household is a fortress of medical revenue. But Heavenly's personal contribution to their net worth is staggering. She is the founder of Smiles by Dr. Heavenly, a practice that dominates the cosmetic dentistry market in Atlanta. Cosmetic dentistry is the Gucci of the medical world. Insurance rarely covers it, clients pay cash, and the margins are massive. Veneers, implants, and full mouth reconstructions cost tens of thousands of dollars, and Heavenly is the go-to architect for the perfect Atlanta smile. But Heavenly's wealth accumulation strategy goes far beyond teeth. She is a relentless real estate investor. On Married to Medicine, she famously discusses her desire to own the block, not just the house. She holds a real estate license and an insurance license, accumulating certifications like Infinity Stones. She understands that wealth is lost through liability and taxes, so she became an expert in protecting and growing it. She has launched a beauty supply store, a dating app, and online business courses. Dr. Heavenly operates with a multiple streams of income philosophy that borders on obsession. She is not afraid to fail, which means she hits home runs often. The Kimes live in a massive estate with an indoor pool, a multi-story closet, and a garage full of exotic cars. It is new money in the best way, loud, proud, and earned. Heavenly often credits her husband, Daddy, for his leadership, but the math shows that she is a rainmaker of the highest order. She represents the hustler wife, the woman who can perform a root canal in the morning, close a real estate deal at lunch, and film a reality show at dinner. Number 9. Keishia Kawir, the waist trainer tycoon. Now we enter the realm of the internet breakers. Keishia Kawir is not just the wife of rap legend Gucci Mane. She is the woman who arguably saved his life and definitely multiplied his net worth. When Gucci Mane was incarcerated, the narrative was that his career might stall. Keishia Kawir not only held him down, she cleaned up his business, managed his assets, and simultaneously built a cosmetic and fitness empire that made her millions of dollars cash. Keishia is the CEO of Kawir Cosmetics and Kawir Fitness. She was one of the first influencers to truly crack the code of the waist trainer. While others laughed at the trend, Keishia was selling thousands of units a day. She capitalized on the body goals aesthetic of Instagram before major brands caught on. Her lipstick line, known for its vibrant, unusual colors like bright blue and glitter, sold out instantly upon release. This is not dropshipping money, this is manufacturing money. Keishia owns the supply chain. Her profit margins on fitness bands and slimming tea are astronomical. When she and Gucci Mane married in a multi-million-dollar televised wedding, the main event, she famously paid for the $75,000 cake and her own diamond bouquet. The Kawir Davis household in Atlanta is a compound of excess. We are talking about a fleet of matching Rolls Royces, sometimes red, sometimes turquoise, gifted to each other for birthdays. We are talking about the Wobsters brand, where their family life is content that generates revenue. Keishia's genius is in her branding discipline. She is rarely seen without looking perfect. She maintains an aura of untouchable glamour. She took the trap wife aesthetic and elevated it to corporate boardroom levels. Gucci Mane has gone on record saying she flipped his money while he was away, proving she is a savvy investor. She represents the ride-or-die mogul, the wife who doesn't just wait for her husband to come home, but builds a castle for him to return to. Number 8. Tamika Tiny Harris, the R&B royal and reality queen. Tamika Tiny Harris is Atlanta royalty, period. Before she was the wife of T.I., the King of the South, she was a member of Escape, writing hits like No Scrubs for TLC and earning Grammy Awards. That songwriting credit alone is a pension plan that will pay her for the rest of her life. Every time No Scrubs plays on the radio, in a movie, or is sampled by a new artist, Tiny gets paid. But Tiny didn't rest on her 90s royalties. She was one of the first to recognize the potential of family reality television in the hip-hop space. T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle was a groundbreaking show that ran for years, showing a positive, albeit chaotic, image of a black celebrity family. As an executive producer, Tiny retained ownership and creative control, turning her family's daily life into a multi-million-dollar franchise. Her wealth is also rooted in talent management. She formed the girl group OMG Girls, managing her daughter Zonique's career and touring revenue. She has expanded into other business ventures, including a baby furniture line and a boozy juice bar. Tiny and T.I. have faced public battles and controversies, but financially, they are a juggernaut. Their real estate portfolio includes lake houses, mansions in elite gated communities, and investment properties. Tiny's personal car collection and jewelry vault are the stuff of legend. What lands her at number 8 is the sheer longevity of her income. She has been generating high-level income since she was a teenager. She has survived industry shifts, legal battles, and public scrutiny, emerging each time with her bag secure. She is the matriarch of hip-hop, proving that a soft voice can command a heavy check. Number 7. Marjorie Harvey, the fashion matriarch. Marjorie Harvey is the undisputed queen of slay. In Atlanta, married to comedy giant and media mogul Steve Harvey, Marjorie sits atop a fortune that is estimated to be well over $200 million combined. But to call her just a beneficiary would be a mistake. Marjorie is the brand curator of the Harvey Empire. She runs The Lady Loves Couture, a fashion and lifestyle blog that chronicles her globe-trotting adventures. While blogging might sound quaint, Marjorie's platform is a high-end affiliate marketing and brand partnership machine. She is a fixture at Paris and Milan fashion weeks, not in the back row, but front and center, often wearing couture straight off the runway. Brands like Chanel, Fendi, and Valentino court her because she represents the ultimate luxury consumer. Marjorie also manages the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, a massive philanthropic entity that moves millions of dollars into youth mentorship and education. While this is charity, managing such a foundation requires high-level executive skills and connects her with global leaders and billionaires. The Harveys' real estate in Atlanta is iconic. They famously purchased Tyler Perry's former palace, a 35,000-square-foot estate on the Chattahoochee River, for $5 million. Marjorie's touch is evident in the renovation and design of their properties, increasing their value. Marjorie represents aspirational wealth. She sells the dream. Her consignment shop, Marjorie Harvey's Closet, sells her gently used couture for charity, but it also reinforces her status as a fashion icon. She is the global wife, the woman who takes the Atlanta money and spends it on the Rue Saint-Honoré, bringing a level of international glamour to the city that few can match. Number 6. Eudoxie Bridges, the philanthropic angel. Eudoxie Bridges, the wife of rapper and actor Ludacris, brings a quiet, elegant power to this list. Born in Gabon, West Africa, her story is one of incredible resilience. She came to America speaking little English and built a life defined by grace and giving. While Ludacris is the face of the Fast and Furious franchise and a rap legend, Eudoxie is the heart of their Atlanta empire. Her wealth influence comes from her role in managing the couple's extensive philanthropic and social endeavors. She is the founder of Unspoken Angels, a nonprofit that empowers young women who have experienced abuse. But beyond charity, Eudoxie is a key partner in the Bridges lifestyle investments. Ludacris has diversified heavily into food and beverage with his Chicken Plus beer restaurant at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. Owning a concession in that airport is like owning a money printer. Eudoxie is a visible partner in their brand, often featured in campaigns and high-profile events. Her personal net worth is bolstered by her book sales. She is a published author sharing her traumatic survival story, and her influence as a lifestyle figure. The Bridges live in a massive estate in Atlanta that includes a lake and sprawling acreage. Eudoxie manages this domestic empire with a poise that balances out Ludacris's high-energy public persona. She makes the list because she represents the stabilizing force. In the volatile world of entertainment, the wife who manages the home, the image, and the philanthropy is the one who protects the assets. Eudoxie ensures that the Bridges' legacy is one of class and longevity. Number 5. Keshia Knight Pulliam, the Cosby Kid turned venture capitalist. We all watched her grow up as Rudy Huxtable on The Cosby Show, the darling of America. But while most child stars crash and burn, Keshia Knight Pulliam quietly went to Spelman College, got her degree, and started building a diversified portfolio that makes her one of the smartest women in Atlanta. Now married to actor Brad James, Keshia is not just a working actress, though she is constantly booked on Tyler Perry Productions and Lifetime movies. She is a venture capitalist. She founded Keshia's Kitchen, a seasoning and culinary line, But her biggest move is her investment firm, the Fearless Fund, which she has supported and partnered with in various capacities to empower Black women founders. Keshia is an astute real estate investor. She bought her first home in Atlanta straight out of college and has been flipping and renting property ever since. She created Camp Kizzy, a foundation that mentors girls, but she runs it with corporate efficiency. Her marriage to Brad James is a new Hollywood power dynamic. They are both working actors, but Keshia brings decades of residual income and institutional knowledge. She owns a production company, casting her own destiny. Her wealth is estimated in the double-digit millions, but her influence wealth is higher because she is universally beloved and trusted. Keshia represents the intellectual wife. She is the Spelman grad who reads the contract twice. She proves that you can be a child star and a grown-up boss without the scandal. Number 4. Pinky Cole, the vegan visionary. Pinky Cole is the modern face of Black wealth in Atlanta. She didn't marry into money, she cooked it up. As the founder of Slutty Vegan, the plant-based burger chain that causes traffic jams and has lines wrapping around the block, Pinky Cole has built a brand valued at nearly $100 million. She is married to Derek Hayes, the founder of Big Dave's Cheesesteaks. Together, they are the food power couple of Atlanta. They are young, they are Black, and they are incredibly rich. They famously appeared on the cover of Essence magazine, dubbed as the new face of Black love and business. Pinky's personal wealth comes from her ownership stake in Slutty Vegan, which has raised $25 million in Series A funding from heavyweights like Danny Meyer. She owns real estate, she has a shoe deal with Steve Madden, and she is a marketing genius. She gives away cars, pays off tuition for HBCU students, and buys life insurance policies for Black men. Her marriage to Derek is a strategic alliance of two hustlers. They open locations near each other, they cross-promote. They are building a legacy that will likely result in a combined billion-dollar net worth within the next decade if their trajectory continues. Pinky lives in a massive Buckhead estate. She drives the top cars, but she is usually seen in a hoodie and sneakers closing deals. She represents the disruptor wife. She is rewriting the rules of what a CEO looks like and what a wife does. She doesn't just host the dinner parties, she owns the restaurant chain catering them. Number 3. Ciara, the global superstar and NFL First Lady. When Ciara married Russell Wilson, she leveled up in a way that became a viral prayer. Lord, pray the prayer Ciara prayed. But let's be clear, Ciara was rich before Russell. With hits like Goodies, 1-2-Step, and Level Up, she has been a global pop star for 2 decades. However, as a wife, she has entered the stratosphere of wealth. Married to NFL superstar Russell Wilson, whose contracts have exceeded $240 million, Ciara manages a combined empire that is truly global. Although they move where football takes them, Seattle, Denver, Pittsburgh, they maintain deep ties and property roots in Atlanta, Ciara's hometown and the base of much of her business. Ciara is not just a singer, she is a CEO. She and Russell founded the House of LRNC, Love, Respect, and Care, a fashion house that includes the Goodman brand and Lita. She owns 10-to-1 Rum, a premium Caribbean rum brand. She sits on the board of a marketing tech company. She is a part owner of the Seattle Sounders MLS team. This is equity wealth. Ciara is building assets that will pay her children's children. Her lifestyle is beyond luxury. It is institutional. We are talking about private jets as daily commuters. We are talking about selling a $25 million mansion to buy a $50 million R1. Ciara represents the corporate superstar wife. She balances touring stadiums with ringing the NASDAQ bell. She proves that you can be a sex symbol, a mother, and a mogul all at the same time. Number 2. Sheila Johnson, the billionaire trailblazer. Sheila Johnson is in a league of her own. While she spends much of her time in Virginia, her influence and presence in Atlanta are undeniable, particularly through her hospitality ventures and the city's status as a hub for her target demographic of wealthy Black elites. As the co-founder of BET, Black Entertainment Television, she became the first Black female billionaire in America. Married to the Honorable William T. Newman Jr., a chief judge, Sheila is the ultimate power wife. But her money is hers. After selling BET for $3 billion, she didn't retire. She built Salamander Hotels and Resorts, a luxury hospitality company that redefined the resort experience. In Atlanta, her presence is felt in the boardrooms and high society galas, where she is the guest of honor. She is a partner in monumental sports and entertainment, making her the only African-American woman to have ownership in 3 professional sports teams: the NBA's Wizards, the NHL's Capitals, and the WNBA's Mystics. Sheila Johnson's wealth is old money style now. It is quiet, vast, and diversified. She invests in films, she champions the arts, and she owns thousands of acres of land. She represents the pinnacle wife. She is the ceiling that everyone else on this list is trying to reach. She proves that you can sell the company, keep the cash, find new love, and build a second empire even bigger than the first. Number 1. Janice Bryant Howroyd, the talent tycoon. If Sheila Johnson is the billionaire of media, Janice Bryant Howroyd is the billionaire of jobs. As the founder and CEO of the Act One Group, she is the first African-American woman to build and own a billion-dollar company. While her business is global, her ties to the South and Atlanta's business ecosystem are profound. Married to Bernard Howroyd, Janice is a wife who out-earned almost everyone in the room. She started her company with $1,500 and a phone. Today, it operates in 19 countries. Atlanta, being a major corporate hub for Fortune 500 diversity hiring, is a critical market for her empire. Janice is the billionaire next door. She is known for her North Carolina roots and her down-to-earth demeanor, but her bank account is stratospheric. She owns real estate across the country, flies private, and mentors the next generation of billionaires. She tops this list because her wealth is purely self-made, operational, and scalable. She didn't sing for it, she didn't act for it, and she didn't marry into it. She built it. She is the ultimate goal for every woman in the Black Mecca. She proves that the richest wife in the room is the one who signs the paychecks. From the recording studios of Midtown to the boardrooms of Buckhead, these 15 women have redefined the landscape of wealth in Atlanta. They have shown us that being a wife in the Black Mecca is not about shrinking into a supporting role. It is about expanding into a power player. They are partners, yes, but they are also presidents, founders, and icons. Who is your favorite Atlanta power wife? Did we miss a hidden mogul? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the ultra-wealthy. This is the Black Mecca, and business is booming.